6-year anniversary on YouTube. I just got a notification, and I've been going live every day. So the last few days, last 2-3 days. So I thought, when in Rome. No, I thought when I got this notification, I might as well take the ghost and flip it to the Holy Ghost. Actually been 6 long years on YouTube, even if I haven't been active in the recent times because strikes. Whoa. Gotta make sure the internet's charging. Internet gotta charge. The phone gotta charge. Yeah, my phone's charging plug is glitching. That burp was a hemp strawberry vanilla milk, homemade. Like you take some hemp seeds, 2 tablespoons of hemp seeds, put them in some water, 2 spoons of maple syrup or agave syrup, either one, and a liter of water. You put it in a blender, mix all that. And this is hemp seeds without shells, hemp hearts, and blend it for 1-2 minutes, and then throw in some strawberries and some vanilla extract, and you got the tastiest alkaline living homemade strawberry vanilla hemp milk. It's so goddamn delicious. I've been thinking about making a little video of it. Yeah, well, I was trying to kind of reach that kind of like Swedish dude doing dope in public on YouTube. Like, it was trying, like, I also was giving 0 fucks, and I wanted to promote the truth of nature and God, and that nature is not drugs. But I was spreading it on like Flashback and things, and like posting it in places, kind of to hit that kind of like, what the fuck? This dude is literally, what you call it, exposing himself, doing illegal business. How dare he? So in the beginning, I was even saying like, this video is being recorded in Norway and stuff like that, to both like fit the policy and so people don't know where I am, so they can't report me. And then after a few videos, I was just like, I don't give a flying fuck. Like, the source gonna protect me, and I'll stand for the truth, even if it gets me in trouble. But it's cool that you say that's how you found the channel, and that must be around 6 years ago. Like, because today, on the dot, 6th of October, I released my first YouTube video ever, 2019. It's been some time. It's been a journey. And to be completely honest, I feel, even though I feel like more evolved and wiser and grown a lot of things, I literally feel younger in my body, in my health, like, than I did six years ago. Cool that you found Libs, bro. It's been raining a lot here too, so I haven't smoked in a while either. Like, not over a year though, but like a month, 3 weeks maybe. And before that, I only smoked a little bit when I was in the studio making some songs with some friends. And before that, it was like 30 days ago. So I haven't been smoking regularly for maybe 2.5 months. So it was only some special occasions when we were in the studio making some tunes, and it was like This is the moment. If any moment, this is the moment. How it feels to be a father. Do you want me to go into that? Like, I mean, it's hard to describe in words. I'm living in Sweden now, but we're moving. I've bought land in Spain, so I'm going to Spain, and I'm literally waiting for documents on the kid because we did a home birth. So getting all the personal numbers and things for the kids like you would get instantly in the hospital, since we did a home birth, it's not going so quick because the government gonna do everything manually, and you gotta send in papers and stuff, and you gotta wait for them to accept it. So I sent in the papers like a month, no, that's a lie, 2 weeks ago ish, maybe even 10 days. The last ones I've done 3-4 rounds of different papers for the kid to get the ID, passport, everything, and a personal number. And it said up to 4 weeks until I get an answer from the latest one. And that's when that's done, I should get his personal number, and then I can go to the government and get him a passport. And a passport usually just takes a week to go. So maybe in a month from now, we'll start driving to Spain again, to the little plot of land I bought. And how it feels to be a father, amazing, lovely. Like, he's so cute, I got no words for it. He's the everything went so good beyond words, so it's like better than I could ever imagine. Like, it's a true miracle. Even if that's cliche, it's just love. Lots of love. Lots of overload of cuteness. It opens my heart, and it makes me more than anything else want to be super motivated to really give life 110%. Like, if I was giving life before 95% and feeling like I'm doing the best, now when I had a kid, I'm literally feeling like gotta give it 110%. Like, this, I'm leading the way for my son, and gotta make his life as great as possible. And how do I do that? I make my life as great as possible. I lead by example. I have healthy habits. I love more. I take responsibility for everything. Like, so it's making me a better person and making my life full of love. My friend in the mountains had to navigate the mountains on a heroic dose of mushrooms and take the train back. That sounds crazy. Sometimes you gotta kick back, let the big G handle the flow. Like, if you're just tripping in a ego death kind of state, like, usually if you're not in a super crazy situation, you can just trust the flow, follow your feet. Not always, most of the times. Sometimes you gotta get up and figure something out, but that's just if you're in a crazy situation. But like, most of the times on heroic dose, you just gotta let it be, and trust your feet, and trust the trip, trust the creator. 7 people here. If you want to throw a like, so the live comes up in the algorithm, show some love. I've been here 6 years with you guys today. If you didn't hear it before, 6 years anniversary today, 6th of October, 6 years ago. A big dose of, yeah, not the heart. Press the like. The heart, I can also press the heart. It's the thumbs up that helps it get in the flow. The thumbs up. But thank you anyway. All the love. 6 years ago, exactly today, I got enough. An acid trip, maybe one big acid trip, and a second one to reaffirm that source is omnipresent in a big journey. Guided me to, like, okay, the truth is with me. It's time to share it. It's time to make this vision of Mr. Nature a reality, and teach people about the breath and health and herbs, and just share my life while living the things that are life changing and for the best. So, as I was saying earlier, like 6 years ago today, when I made this channel, I just got like clean from hard drugs. I stopped eating microwave food. I stopped drinking soda. I stopped eating any processed junk food, eating McDonald's or anything like that. Stopped completely eating meat. Just started sticking to a whole food vegan diet, doing breath work every day, started working out. But I was coming out of a like 4 year opiate and benzo addiction. Not only those, like I was partying and having fun and doing all kinds of things, which was kind of fun, but I was literally super addicted to opiates. And when I quit them, I was having the shakes. Like, first of all, when I quit them, like the first 2 weeks after I quit them, I was having like crazy shakes, and I was laying in my room just dying from the come down of the detox from the opiate poisons. But then a few weeks later, I got clean, and I started exploring an ego death dose again, and I decided to completely change my life, and I made this YouTube channel even while I was still good. I was like in the videos still shaking, and I was holding my hand still because I just came off like a 4 year opiate addiction. And it was like my body was like toxic as fuck. I had like constantly chronic back pain, like unhealthy, just in so many ways. Waking up feeling exhausted every day. Even though I was changing everything and doing breath work, it was all getting better. So today, I literally feel younger than I did 6 years ago. And it's all thanks to nature, healthy food, breathwork, pranayama in Sanskrit terms, breathing, traveling in the world, living in the mountains of Nepal, living in the mountains of Portugal, eating real living food with healthy vibrations and minerals and vitamins, and sticking to herbs and plants and roots and barks, and not touching any pharmaceuticals. And thanks to that, I literally feel six years. I feel younger than I did 6 years ago, which is crazy. Like, not mentally or my character. I feel more evolved and more disciplined and wiser. Let's say that, more life experience. But physically, in my body, I feel better than 6 years ago. I feel younger in my body than 6 years ago. Uh, Best liver detox. I mean, milk thistle is amazing. Doctor, seriously. I almost thought you were gonna say Dr. Sebi, but I don't even know who Dr. Seriously is. But Ralph Smart, I know. He's amazing. For me, you can just get a little bit repetitive to watch sometimes. Can I get a hell yeah? Or breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Once you watch him every day for a while, you're like, okay. I know what you're gonna say. The evil forces, the inorganic ones. uh, I told you. I told you. No, apple juice. If you can get, it's okay if it's local apple juice and it's just pasteurized lightly from some local places. Okay, but as fresh apple juice as possible. Milk thistle. I mean, do herbs like milk thistle that helps the liver. Drink lots of apple juice, also good for the liver. Stick to like red things. A lot of red things can help with the liver. But there's more ones too. But To be completely honest, the only thing, the liver is a very self-healing organ. It's much better at self-regeneration than the other organs. But the best thing you can do for your liver is to just completely stop drinking alcohol. And I know, since I know you have had a problem with alcohol for years, and that's why you ask. Then the biggest question I have for you is like, are you completely free from alcohol? Because your liver will not heal until you stop drinking alcohol, at least for a year, hopefully for years. But and there's so many more ways, but like if you're still consuming alcohol here and there after you've been a long time alcoholic, you just gotta completely quit alcohol and your liver will strengthen itself. Like everything heals itself if you stick to fruit. If you stick to fruits, vegetables, nuts, and seeds. You can even have like raw milk or something if you know a local farm, or even local eggs if you don't have a too serious disease. Like as long as you eat whole foods, stay away from processed junk food and growth hormone and antibiotic meat from the shops, like in farmed fish, processed sugar and numbers, conservatives, refined sugars, refined flours, and you just get to a preferably a whole food vegan diet or a whole food vegetarian diet, you're gonna heal. Like that's what your body does. Your body's healing all the time. It's detoxing all the time. You just gotta stop putting toxins in and be consistent. Be consistent with your goals. Like dedicate a year of your life to eating healthy and not touching poison, and being like, no matter what happens, I'm not gonna drink alcohol. I'm not gonna do these things that I know poison me. I'm not gonna smoke those cigarettes with those people I meet. Like, get in there, practice self-control, breath work, and there's lots of herbs that are good for liver detox. But if you got a boat in the ocean and the boat start leaking in water, all of a sudden a little hole, pew, coming in water in the boat. Do you scoop up the water, which is detoxing in this, get all the water out first, or do you first fix the hole and then scoop out the water? And the hole being the poison, like alcohol, we put in our body. And so if you fix the hole, stop consuming poison, and then take out the water, which is detoxing, it sounds much easier. Otherwise, you'll be scooping water. Black caviar. You eat black caviar? I'm mostly raw vegan too, but my family has chickens here on the farm in Sweden. So, and I know a farm not too far away from here that has raw milk. So, mostly the only things I really cheat with is sometimes eggs from my family's farm and raw milk. How long ago since you read the news? Like, I go to my grandma, read the news was a long time ago. Like, but I have Facebook and things. I see things from the news people share and stuff like that. And my grandma and grandpa, we live on a big farm here in Sweden, my whole family. So when I go up to their house, like in the morning or in the day, like they have the news on the TV, like, and 80% of the time, 90% of the time is absolute bullshit. It's fear propaganda. They're trying to scare you about something, or just talking bullshit science, like really crazy stuff. But like an example, today I was up at my grandma and grandpa's house because a person asked if I ever watch or read the news. So I don't read the news ever. Like, don't have the app. I don't have a newspaper. I don't have TV channels. If I do something, I stream. And they were literally on the TV today. They were talking about that the new studies shown that you should make the screen time for your kids very little, and you should take them outside in nature, and you should limit their screen time to just maximum an hour or a day or something, because otherwise it slows down their creativity, gets them less intelligent, like they're not going to explore new talents because they're just going to be addicted to the screen. So sometimes they say some pretty obvious but also good things, but most of the time it's like, be afraid of this, take these vaccines, this cat tax money is going to this person is being shot over there. It's an overload of bad information and propaganda sponsored by the big companies that own big pharma. Like, it's all connected. Like, I'm not gonna go too deep, but like Rockefeller started the pharmaceutical industry, and today the biggest companies that own almost all news things or invested in all new things in pharmaceutical companies and processed food companies like McDonald's and everything is BlackRock and Vanguard, and I think Streetgate they're called. It's like investing companies that no one knows who owns them, because it's just different trading companies owning parts in each other, and there's no one real thing, but they own percentages and stocks in almost all companies in the whole world that mass produce like medicine, food, water, phones, clothes. So those people own the news. So stay away. Yeah, I don't watch TV, but I have a TV and I stream. I connect my computer and I watch stream anime or some series I like, and watch Netflix sometimes, but I don't just watch TV channels. And some people go as hardcore to like throw away your whole TV, like don't even have a TV at home. It's a waste of time, and I totally get that part too. But there's lots of beautiful things made by great creative people, series, animes, and things like that. I mean, if you believe that pharmaceutical medicines made by petroleum waste products by the richest man in the whole world that created the medical industry and started the universities and school that brainwashed people into taking pills and made propaganda around nature and natural medicine and started calling it alternative medicine. Sure, sure, like, if you want to take pills, if you want to take lab made drugs made by, I mean, that's like one of the, I don't want to say something mean, but that's like one of the worst arguments ever. You know what the difference between synthetic and natural is? When something is synthetic, it's synthesized. So we can take anything. Um, take aspartame, which they put in soda. This is no, no. When you synthetic means, yeah, you can synthetic. You can copy something in nature, and you can make the molecules the same by taking carbon or whatever, taking those molecules and putting them together and making them in a laboratory. But then you can also synthesize new chemicals, completely man-made chemicals like aspartame, like the vaccines. So it is synthetic then. It's completely man-made. Like, I'm not even willing to have this argument. If you look up Rockefeller, medical industry, and oil company. The oil company. He was the richest man in the whole world. And the reason why you take pills and not roots, barks, seeds, and things from nature, why doctors don't prescribe you things from nature, is because the richest man in the whole world bought up the whole medical industry, created the medical industry, and made products from waste of petroleum waste products. When they were making oil and fuel, they took the byproducts, the waste, and they put those molecules together and they created the first pharmaceutical drugs. So what comes from nature is medicine, and you can call it drugs too if you want. But man-made drugs kill, just in America, over 300,000 people a year, while lots of things in nature that are illegal and people think are narcotics and they're super dangerous kill almost no one, or less than 10,000 people per year, and most things no one. So I'm not even gonna go into that debate, because that means you haven't even explored John D. Rockefeller medical industry, starting schools, rewired medicine. I'm just gonna drop this. How Rockefeller changed the medical industry. Yeah, but most active substances in medicines come from plants and nature. No. From the beginning, yes. Most of the medicines they made were either copies, extensions, extractions, or semi-synthetic things that they made from nature. Like when they made the first antibiotics, they were making it from mushrooms and molds. But nowadays, things in food, things you eat, things that are in your food, in the fast food, in your medicines, when you start reading the labels of ingredients of your potato chips with sour cream taste, they have at least one synthetic chemical that is both addictive and trying to kill you. And these companies are doing this on purpose to make money from you and keep you addicted. And if you want to control a population, control their water, their food, and their medicine, and you got them. And that's what's happening. And if you want to read about that yourself, feel free. If you don't understand the difference between synthetic and natural and organic, boop, 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 boop. Big Pharma is the same everywhere, my friend. It's the same people that own them. Research BlackRock, Vanguard. Go to my Instagram, Mr.Nature1, and then go to the stories under my Instagram, and there's a little story there with a conversation with AI. And AI is just all the facts on the internet, where I go on a deep conversation with AI who owns the whole world and all the big companies, and then research Rockefeller and the medical industry, and then we can take it from there. When you've done that, then we can at least have a discussion on something we're both educated on and know about. And okay, doesn't seem like it, but that's okay. Nature has everything we need. Things in laboratories are drugs. Things in nature are actually medicines, and they're natural medicines, and God made them for us, and we were not made to be sick. When you follow the natural laws, you don't kill, you don't lie, you don't steal, and you eat living food from the soil, full of minerals, vitamins, and electricity, because we're electric beings. We're bioelectrical beings. Your cells produce electricity. That's why you consume electrolytes for your cells to function. No, okay, but that's fine. God did not make us to be sick. When you eat real food, you don't even get sick. There's a guy called Robert Morse, studied biochemistry. He's a real doctor, a naturopath, doesn't use anything from a laboratory, only God's pharmacy. And he's cured every disease known to mankind: cancer, MS, Parkinson's, any type of cancer. He can make your cells regrow when you've been paralyzed. Tissue regeneration. Robert Morse. Robert Morse, ND. He wrote a book called On Biochemistry. Here, this is a book, 400-page book on biochemistry. He's like 75 years old. He's been curing every disease known to mankind for over 30 years. He's suppressed on all the news networks and doesn't get shared on social medias. And when Corona happened, they removed his YouTube channel with 300,000 K followers. So, no, 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 no. The world is not censored and everything is fine. Eat your pills, do chemotherapy. It's totally gonna work. Chemotherapy is the biggest terrorism ever. Blue Frittata asked about the land. So let's get into beautiful things. I've shared the knowledge. If you want to reach for it, it's there. He asked about the land in Spain, and I was actually sitting for 3 hours today translating documents because I'm buying a property, paying the taxes, contacting the companies that have to do with getting water to that land, because I get water because I already pulled water to the place, so I can, when I move there, have water, and then fixing a building permit to build a fence around the land. So because you don't need a big permit, but you need a minor permit to make a big fence around the land. So I've been fixing Spanish documents and talking to Spanish people, Google translating for hours today. And in the end, it went pretty good. I fixed a permanent Spanish tax number called the NIF. So today I've done lots of boring government document parts of that. But more than that, I'm just waiting on papers for my kid, since we did a home birth, to get the final papers so we can actually travel. But the property is like 3,700 square meters. It's just a square. And I don't know if I showed you before when you were here. I don't fully remember. And we get to borrow my grandma and grandpa's RV, like, what do you call it? Husbil. A house car. RV in English. To live in when we arrive there in the beginning. And then we're probably gonna buy a mobile house on wheels. So like a house built on a, what do you call it? A trailer. So it's movable. So we're gonna probably buy a movable house on a trailer around 60 square meters and put there as soon as possible. But first we're gonna live in the RV, make a garden, connect the water, get a fence, and start planning on how to make the most out of the land, how to return some, yeah, tiny house, but more than enough. 60, we live in 60 square meters now. It's 2 bedrooms, a kitchen, a bathroom, a living room. So it's more than enough. We're gonna be outside a lot anyway. The house is just for sleeping and cooking, if you're cooking, having a kitchen and cleaning your clothes and the basics. The most fun is gonna be the outside, the garden, the living Garden of Eden. Yeah, yeah. I'm not sure what it's called, but yeah, basically that, like a house on wheels that you just like order from a company and they drive it out to you, and you don't need a building permit to put it on your land. I found a pretty nice one for like 9,000. No, yeah, 9,000 euro, and being that is a lovely experience. I talked about it a little bit earlier in the stream, but I don't think you were here then. It's just pure love. He's so cute. uh, it's been amazing since the birth, since everything. Like, he's super healthy, he's happy, he's strong, he's growing quick, he's eating good. It makes me feel so much love every day. Now I can even hear him waking up. Gonna check on the little baby. One moment. He's crying full power right now. It's a little nappy. I might grab him and shake him about because he seems a little bit extra upset tonight. You know, he wakes up in the night crying. That's just life. Oh, yeah. He's a little crybaby. He's a little crybaby. Ah. Lila baby, lila baby, lila baby. Oh. Ah. Oh. Say hello, you little crybaby. Hercules. He's usually a happy boy, but he's waking up in the middle of the night. Oh, are you hungry or something, little man? You need me to shake you? Shake you. He's a little Hercules, little Hercules. Oi, 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 oi. Oi, oi, oi. Oi, oi, oi. Are you hungry? Are you hungry? Are you hungry? Are we gonna see if they titty? Maybe he needs some titty. What? No, you're an idiot. Shut up. Shut up. Little baby hungry and tired. Bro, where? Show me the law. Show me the law. She's tired. He's eating so much. Like he's being. He was. She's over there. She's breastfeeding now. He was waking up hungry. I was trying to shake him calm, but he needs the titty. Literally, like average growth spurt of a baby. They say like the baby is supposed to double its weight by 6 months, and he's already more than double his weight from just breastfeeding, and he's soon 3 months. So he's eating nonstop every day. He's a good, happy, healthy baby. Like this Eric guy is tripping on his own words. Like one person show me the law. I didn't care about a case. It's like people can grow up malnourished eating McDonald's and drinking soda every day. Like you can eat a vegan diet and eat processed junk food and just drink soy and corn and genetically modified vegetables that are not good for you. Or you can have a wide range of minerals, vitamins, amino acids, the correct amount of amino acids, proteins. Yeah, bro, some stunt their shit kids by giving them candy and Coca-Cola. You're just reading one case of propaganda and one case of a stupid person. Yeah, if you wanna eat dead flesh and believe that that's so nutritious, that you're more than welcome. I'm not gonna stop you. You're just lying to make up your own worldview. Just because you think it doesn't fit in your brain, you're looking for cases that you've read somewhere in some propaganda news where one idiot did some mistakes on the way they ate. Like just because someone's malnourished doesn't even have to maybe to do with the diet. Maybe they didn't eat enough seeds, nuts, and have a wide variety of different fruits and vegetables and mangoes and pears and peaches and carrots and pumpkins, and maybe they just ate the same thing all the time. No, I'm not saying it didn't happen. I'm saying one idiot doesn't prove anything. I don't care about your opinion. That's your when you get sick from eating meat and you need help to cure your disease, go read some biochemistry. Why do you think gorillas are the strongest, biggest animals on the planet? It's like, no, it's not, bro. I appreciate that you think it's from love, but it's from you thinking you know better than me. That's the only thing. Yeah, exactly. You know an absolute truth that you're 100% right and you cannot be proven wrong. And you just said there's a law. There's no such law. There's no law. You're a liar and you can't stand for your own truth. Just one simple Google search. One simple Google search. Well, you can't force a diet of meat on them. Like you're literally talking out of your ass. You're just showing that your IQ isn't you're not able to stand for your word. First you said it's illegal, and I asked you, sincerely, I asked you, show me the law. Show me the law. You said a thing, and I said that's not true. Show me the law if that's true. Okay, we googled it. It's not true. You're lying. It's not illegal. And then you say, well, there's this one case of these stupid people that made a mistake. Okay, there's plenty of stupid people. No, you said it's illegal. You said it's illegal. If I do a blood test, I have all the minerals my body needs. I have all the nutrients my body needs. Yeah, and some people ate McDonald's and drank Coca-Cola every day and gave their kid diabetes when they were 6 years old. You're not capable of having an actual debate. You start lying. You start throwing out facts that are not facts. They're just your opinion. Because there's Olympic trainers that have switched to completely plant-based diets. There's documentaries about them that they are more anti-inflammation, they have all the nutrients, they recover faster from training. You can plant-based documentary Olympic sports. Here, you can watch it. It's called The Game Changers. It's a documentary. Yeah, but okay. You said it's illegal until the child is 18. It's never illegal. It's never illegal. You're just saying things. You're lying. You can't hold a conversation properly. And exactly. And now you're admitting that you're lying. And then if you were lying there and you weren't telling the truth, yeah, that's fine. There's plenty of things happens. There's also an epidemic of diabetic kids from eating processed junk foods. Just because you eat meat, when you eat a sausage and you go out and take a kebab and you go to McDonald's, you go to Burger King, and you go to all these shops, you're not actually eating so much meat. Are you asking where? How many more kids have diabetes now than 80 years ago? Just in the US, 352,000 children have diabetes. Look at this. This is just a simple statistic. Yeah. But you're talking nutritious. Do you know what a body needs to stay healthy? No, that was not worldwide. It was. Do you know what a body needs to stay healthy? And if you tell me only carbohydrates, proteins, and calories, then you're not even understanding anything. If you think it's even a difference, if you think the problem is meat or plants, that's not the problem. You can eat wild caught meat like elk, buffalo, and it's gonna be pretty good for you. Yeah, a body needs oxygen, nutrients, and water. Which what nutrients? What are nutrients? And what is iron? What is iron? Yeah, it's a mineral. The body needs water, oxygen, and minerals. And you naturally get vitamins, amino acids, and proteins when you consume things. No, no, no. Minerals are not only rock. There's two type of minerals. There's oxide, and then there's fluoride, or there's different ways to fluorine, and there's different ways to express it. So what plants do, this is science. They put their roots down in the soil, and rocks in science are called inorganic minerals, oxide minerals. You're not able to digest them because they're rocks. They're just gonna pass through you. You might, with your digestion, dissolve a little bit. So the roots go down in the rocks and they suck up minerals and make a liquid inside them and make them digestible for you. And then they're actually organic minerals. Inorganic is the things that you can't consume that comes from the rocks. So your body needs electrolytes. Electrolytes is the main minerals that your body needs to function. Magnesium, calcium, chloride, potassium, and the things that contain the most minerals, like you were saying, iron, leafy greens, super rich in iron. Do you eat dark green things like kale, spinach, lettuce, different types of lettuce, and any cabbage or anything green? You're getting lots of iron. Yeah, well, it's a class of biology and biochemistry, so if you don't know what you're talking about, don't open your mouth. I actually help people cure diseases way more than any pharmaceutical industry you believe in. So we can just leave it at that. I'm happy you want my kid to be happy. I want my kid to be happy too. And everything you need, you can get from plants. And there's no such thing as it being illegal to feed your kid plants. And if it was illegal to not kill animals, then it would be an extremely, extremely sick world. Hey, plenty. Psoriasis, kidney problems, overweight, blood sugar problems, type 1 diabetes. And I haven't done this. I've studied a doctor, a biochemist that have done this, and I share this information. I showed you the book earlier. If you want to read it, go ahead. And I thank you, Eric. You have taken up a lot of time, and I hope hopefully someone learned something and know that to have an actual debate and get to a point, you can't lie and you can't deflect. Well, you're just being stupid. You're not actually having a proper cool. What did we see that cool? Mm-mm-mm. What offer still stands? I can't find it. No, just go here. Have you ever heard about cellular regeneration and tissue regeneration? Morse TV. He's just a let's just say, oh, just because someone wrote a book with biochemistry, we don't believe in science anymore. No, 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 no. Science is not a thing anymore. Just because someone wrote a book. We don't know what the scientific method is anymore, so just because it's not on the news, you shouldn't believe it. If someone has proven something with the scientific method over and over again for over hundreds of thousands of cases and done it for over 35 years, made paralyzed people be able to walk, turn brain cancer into a fully functioning brain, with hundreds of people have cured MS and Parkinson's, and it's testimonials and documented, and everybody can do it, and you can try it over and over again, and it's written the actual scientific science, what happens to your blood, what happens to your mineral, what happens to your cellular function. No, 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 no. But believe this dude that is just, I can send you an amazing thing about diabetes. Do you know what the scientific method is, Eric? Because it's really important to know the difference between scientific theory and the scientific method. Because the scientific method comes from intelligent people that realized anything that's true, you can reproduce it over and over again and get the same results. So, like physics, if I drop this phone, bro,